Pam Ivy here from the VA Training Academy, and welcome to the Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint. Today, I'm going to show you how you can leave that unappreciative employer or unsuccessful business behind and create a successful virtual assistant business to take control of your own destiny, even if you have no previous entrepreneurial experience and have never worked online in your life. Are you ready to stop working for a less than desirable boss? Being fed up that someone else has control over your destiny? The frustrating commute back and forth to your job every day? Giving up ownership of your ideas? And struggling to create a successful business you can call your own? I know, because I've been there. I was an international administrative coordinator and office manager for a large quote-unquote corporate America hospitality firm, and I hated my job. I used to refer to my boss as Satan's wife, and that should give you some indication of how lovely it was to work with her. Plus, I was frustrated because I no longer found my job challenging. And can you believe I drove nearly 3 hours a day just to get to and from this job that I wasn't happy in? I wanted out, and I searched high and low for a viable business I could begin and work at home from. I'm so happy I came across the virtual assistant industry. I've become very successful, 6-figure successful, and I haven't looked back. Do you want to work from home? Own a successful virtual assistant business? Work on projects and activities that you love to do and that make you happy? Be able to select who you want to work with? And here's a biggie. Do you want to jump out of bed every day excited about what you're doing? Here are some facts for you to consider. Many administrative, creative, and technical professionals would start their own business if they knew how. Most people feel scared, confused, and intimidated by starting their own businesses. A successful virtual assistant business is possible if you know the process. So who is the Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint for? Administrative, creative, and technical professionals who would like to start their own business. Administrative, creative, and technical people who are just tired of having a cap on their incomes, are feeling burnt out by dragging their butts out of bed every day to get to the office, and are tired of answering to the man and not being challenged by the work they're doing. In the Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint, there are 6 comprehensive modules to get your virtual assistant business launched. In the first module, I'm going to teach you all about the virtual assistant business. What is a virtual assistant? Why become a virtual assistant? Are you cut out to be a virtual assistant? Not everyone is. What businesses hire the services of a virtual assistant? Typical industries that work with VAs. What services you can provide as a VA? Your skill sets and training? Types of VA businesses? And the importance of specialization and niches. Module 2 covers business setup. I am not going to provide you with information on how to arrange your office furniture. No way. In this module, you're going to learn about the different structures you can use to set up your VA business, such as sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC, and incorporation. I'm also going to teach you the common tools of the trade for running your VA business, including the importance of time management and of timekeeping. We'll talk about how to set your rates, client intake procedures, and something that's vital to happy relationships and a successful VA business, managing client expectations. We'll also talk about the importance of clear communications. We're working virtually here, so this item is imperative. And again, to be successful in our VA client partnerships. Communication goes hand in hand with client reporting. They want to know what you're doing and your progress in the projects at hand. I'll also detail how you can create a report that clients love to receive. In Module 3, we'll talk about planning for success. Run a successful business by the skin of your teeth, going with the flow if you will, more times than not will produce less than desirable outcomes. In other words, if you don't plan for success, how will you know the best way to obtain your goals? We'll talk about creating a business plan for the startup and growth phases of your business to ensure you stay on the right path to create a successful virtual assistant business. We'll also discuss the importance of working with a mentor or accountability partner and exactly what that entails. We'll also talk about business support in the form of the many associations and networks available to you as a virtual assistant. Identifying your ideal client, and this is a biggie. I know I kid now that I used to work with anyone with a quote-unquote, are you ready for this? Heartbeat and a wallet. I know you're giggling. But I can tell you from personal experience that this can often lead to hassle and heartache. I'll teach you how to identify your ideal client so you're excited each day to spring out of bed and get working on the next project. There are a number of different VA business modules as well, and we'll go over each of them to ensure that you know which one is right for you and so you know the options that you have for future growth of your virtual assistant's business. Planning for success would not be complete without giving some consideration for time that you take away from your business, whether scheduled or unexpected. You have clients that are relying on you now. The business must go on. In Module 4, we're going to be talking about the all-important business and marketing mindset that you must achieve in order to be truly successful in your business. Sound intriguing? Well, join me in the Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint to learn more. In Module 5, we're going to be talking about your online presence. As virtual assistants, we obviously work virtual, so we must have a strong online presence. This can mean your website, but it can also mean your social media profiles and interaction with potential clients on the web. We'll also be talking about search engine optimization, which is another way you can be found on the internet. In the final module, I'll be talking about the subject of the most often asked questions as a VA business owner and owner of 3 virtual assistants associations that I receive almost on a daily basis. How do I get new clients? Well, we're going to be talking about marketing your virtual assistant business. We're also going to talk about working on your own, working with subcontractors, working on a multi-VA team, and also, later, building a multi-VA company. I've also included a bonus module on creating passive income for your business. This has definitely helped me ride the waves of the natural ebb and flow of income in my virtual assistant business. Doesn't everyone like the idea of making money while they sleep? So there you have it, a complete step-by-step blueprint for starting your own virtual assistant business, and all in just 7 weeks. So how is this blueprint different? Well, this program is taught by me, Pam Ivy, and if I can escape modesty for a moment, I'm a seasoned virtual assistant who runs a successful 6-figure multi-VA business. I'll be celebrating my 10th anniversary online in February, and I own 3 successful virtual assistant associations: the Canadian Virtual Assistant Network, or CVAN, the Coaches, Authors, Speakers, Professional Assistants Association, or CASPA, as well as Riva Institute for Real Estate Assistants. I've definitely been around the block and feel that I've pretty much encountered most of what virtual assistants will experience, and I absolutely love teaching others. I can also tell you that there is absolutely no fluff in this program. I'm providing hardcore, juicy information, including forms, templates, examples, samples, and resources you can use to start your own viable virtual assistant business. So why register today? Simply because you can't wait any longer. Why spend another moment in a JOB or business that just isn't providing you with the joy and stimulation you need to support the life you want? So, I know you're asking, how much is this going to cost? Well, let me reiterate. The Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint can be paid for with your very first client. Similar programs in different industries can sell for as much as $2,000 or even $3,000. Something to think about too is, I've been in the business for nearly 10 years. I've been through a whole bunch of experiences with that business, and I'll be sharing them with you. So how much? Well, you can learn how to create your own successful virtual assistant business for only $497. A super price, I know. And I want to ensure that your investment is affordable and attainable. I want to show you how to start your own viable virtual assistant business if it's something you feel you'd be really good at and would really enjoy. I'd like you to think about this. By next year, many of my participants will be running their own successful virtual assistant business. Will you be one of them? So how do you register? Easy. Just go to www.virtualassistanttrainingacademy.com/VA Blueprint. Again, that's virtualassistanttrainingacademy.com/VA Blueprint. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have, and you can reach me at support@virtualassistanttrainingacademy.com. I look forward to welcoming you into the Virtual Assistant Business Success Blueprint.